Okay, you're on now.
Okay. All right. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle Lawton, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about digital reputation for your most valuable asset in the AI, community. So the main goal is to build, protect, and leverage. And I'm going to go a little bit more about myself here shortly. This is what we'll be discussing today. They'll be pretty brief, but nevertheless, I'll have some Q&As for you so you can just plug it in the chat, your answers, and we can go from there. So I'm Danielle Lawton, and I served 23 years in the Air Force. My career started off in logistics management, and I transitioned to intelligence analysis probably 12 years later. My role was to lead, develop, and mentor airmen, and I retired last May. So 1 May, I retired from the Air Force. And from there, I decided to pivot into a second career. And that is, I founded Bold Moves, which is a consulting firm where we specialize in brand building, public relations, and strategic communications in the sports and hospitality industries. And I also decided to write a children's book. It's near and dear to my heart, and it's focusing on self-love and confidence in children. So, going into digital reputation, what is digital reputation? Digital reputation is how you are perceived online, shaped by every piece of content, mention, and interaction. Why does this matter? 98% of recruiters review online profiles and they do it before hiring. So, artificial intelligence, colleagues and clients form impressions based on digital data. AI ranks your credibility before humans meet you. So they use large language modules. They also use recruiter bots. Have you all ever heard of recruiting bots? Yep, yep. I had my fair share of those, and I figured since I'm going through AI that it's only natural for me to give you an AI photo there of the robot actually gleaning in on all the applications and the information. I've had my fair share of um, recruiter bots in my, short time of being in the civilian sector. So. So are five components of digital reputation. So basically what this is saying is this is what is utilized to actually build your reputation, whether you are a business, you are someone that is looking to get hired. This is what people look at when they want to determine who you are without actually getting to know you in a sense, in a personal way. So they look at search engines, they Google you. So Google me, you Google you and see what is Danielle Lawton. Who is this person? Is there anything about her that we can find? And so that's where that publicly available information comes from, where if there's something positive, negative on you on the internet, that's the opportunity for someone to get that information. And so in a sense, they feel they know you before they meet you. Social media, your profiles, your posts. So if your profiles are not private, someone can go and look at your profiles to see, oh, you have family, or to see, oh, you're a part of this group and that group. Oh, you like this post. Maybe that means something, more than what I'm thinking. Maybe you're a part of this group. Content creation, your blogs, your videos, so that those things are scrutinized. Those things are looked at to see what types of things do they write about? What's their thought processes? Mentions and reviews. So businesses, reviews are definitely important, make or break. Some people, if they don't see 500 or so reviews, 200 reviews, it just depends on what the brand is. they'll click off of it. If they see one or two reviews, they may not be as interested. They may go with someone that has 1,000 reviews if they're wanting to provide and give their services to someone and pay their funds to be a part of, a group or go eat at a restaurant. So mentions and reviews is definitely very important. But it's also important to take heed to them. If you have a two review or if you have a not so positive testimonial, it's definitely a time to kind of self-reflect. So it's also beneficial to help you. It kind of communicates to you where you are in your service. Sometimes it may not be the case. It may just be someone that had a bad day, but that's still an opportunity for you to make right, to make that actual rating and review a little more in a positive light by responding positively, regardless of if it was just not a great review at all. You come in as a positive person to be able to say, okay, I'm going to mitigate this going any further. Because if I give them that same reaction, then it's just going to go back and forth. So, digital reputation, mentions and reviews. Going into professional associations, like I said, your networks and memberships, people actually do pay attention to those things and they kind of associate you or lump you in those actual groups. Search engine presence. So everything that appears when someone Googles you matters. Whether it's good, bad, indifferent, it matters. Outdated or negative info can hurt your credibility. If you have something from 1984 and it's 2016 and they're like, okay, this is outdated information. Why isn't this updated? So your credibility is kind of like, okay, I don't think I'll trust what this person has on their website because it's outdated. So that is a big part of, taking care of your reputation on the digital side of the house. Social media, consistent messaging across social media. If you have 5 different social media platforms to include like YouTube, Substack, all the different things that are out there, it's important to have consistent messaging because if you're saying one thing on YouTube but another thing on Facebook, it's not going to be very consistent, and that can leave someone open to interpretation that you're not being real or something's maybe not being as upfront of updated as it should be. So just make sure, we make sure everything is consistent as we go through our social media platforms. In the chat, who all has more than one platform, social media platform that they utilize for their services or for their businesses or just in general? Yeah, I have quite a few. Yep, 5. I see Heather says 5. Yep. Reginald, multiple, absolutely. We all do, right? So it's that very important for all of us to kind of go through, yep, and make sure that we are everything is in sync. So professional bios, making sure that they're updated. If the last thing in your bio says 2016 and we know we're in 2026, I'm sure a lot has happened within the last 10 years. So it's very important to make sure you keep those things updated as well. Positive engagement across platforms. So bickering, going back and forth, it doesn't serve you very well. People do it, yes, but when it comes for someone wanting to look at your business or a recruiter wanting to look into the type of person they perceived you as based off of what they see on social media, that can be a make or break or determination of whether you get that job or not, or whether you get that client or not. Content creation, producing valuable content, it establishes thought leadership and boosts your artificial intelligence visibility. So not only having your social media accounts, but doing something that is beneficial for the people on the other end of those, systems. So thought leadership. What is something that you specialize in that you could be of service to someone else? So giving them that information, putting it out there, and allowing people to actually interact or ask you questions about it. So that's definitely something great to kind of get conversations started. And it's okay if you only get one or two, likes. Hey, that's how it starts off. But the more consistent you are about, getting yourself out there, putting this content out there, the more you'll begin to get some traction, get some comments in there where you can have dialogue and interaction, and maybe it leads to something else. Consistency is the algorithm's best friend. So the more you come across those search engines, the more you come across those LinkedIn pages, the more, people are going to see you, the more visibility you get, and could lead to potential clients, or it could lead to a potential, opportunity. Natural language processing used to cluster topics. So if you have different topics and you speak on, let's say you speak on reputation management a lot, or you speak on branding a lot, so it actually puts the search engine puts you in clusters. And so if someone wants to Google confidence, okay, you talk a lot on confidence. You're going to show up. You'll more than likely show up. And so if you tailor your content in actual batches of I do reputation management, I do brand building, and I do confidence building. That's just an example of how you can go about putting your things in boxes so that you'll be able to kind of be seen for certain things, brand building, confidence. Modern AI models are trained on massive data sets. So, whatever you have, whatever niche you have out there, it's okay to share it because guess what? You may be the first one. And the more you utilize it, the more you leverage it, hey, it can be more than just a small thing. So, by using different systems, you create a multimodal footprint, which you all, I'm sure you see as having so many different platforms. And the main thing about having all the platforms, once again, I will reiterate it, is consistency. Mentions and reviews, professional associations. So positive mentions, reviews, and affiliations build credibility and influence AI perception. So if you're typically seen as having 5-star ratings, that's going to be perceived as great for AI. If someone wants like this great restaurant, this nice restaurant, and you Google the best restaurants in Las Vegas, yours may come up because you're known for having great reviews. You have over 10,000 reviews, so yours is going to be one closest to the top. How many of you use TripAdvisor? You can put it in the chat, whether you use it for restaurants, travel, hotels. Basically, that's another form of reviews that get out there that people actually look at to see if they want to go to a place, frequent a place, and visit a place. And that's very important. Yeah, I typically go there. I see in the chat people use it. I typically go there when I'm, going on vacation or something like that. Other than that, I typically don't use it. I know for restaurants, you have your Yelp. It's so much out of Google. You could just do basic Google. That's typically what I do. I just type it into Google and it comes up with results, and I read the reviews or I look at the restaurants inside, see what I like, see if it's the type of atmosphere I'm interested in. So, yes, that's definitely very important. Professional associations, if you're a part of a group, make sure it's a group that you are okay with people knowing that you are a part of that group. Because guess what? Your name shows up on there. You can go and click and see who's all a part of this group, or if you're actual connected to that person, they can see what groups you're a part of. So it's definitely important to make sure that you are actually wanting the group to be associated with you. And it could have been 10 years ago, and maybe you're not a part of that group or don't condone what's going on in that group. It's probably definitely viable for you to kind of go and do a scrub of the groups that you are a part of. And AI amplifies your presence. So positive content equals more visibility. And yes, it's not going to be right away, right? It's not going to happen overnight, but being consistent with it, you're going to continue to grow. Negative content, reduce trust. So you can do all the right things. You can have all the great comments, but it's this one negative comment that's really, really make or break on whether a recruiter sees you as a good fit for that role. So, We all know this. We're responsible, right? We know what we should and shouldn't post, but the most important thing is making sure that something you posted 20 years ago when you were in a different time frame in your life, that's just something to kind of go back and look and see if it's something, a way that you still feel. So AI predicts opportunities based on digital trust signals. So, hey, if you're the top rated consistently for top five, then we're going to actually keep pushing you. AI keeps pushing you to the top. Someone Google's businesses, public relations, uh, yours comes to the top because you get great reviews. It's all great things about you. So AI is going to continue to reward you. So it's kind of like you get rewarded. Proactive reputation management versus reactive. In my line of work, we work for to have proactive reputation management. Reactive, you're playing catch up. Our job is to make sure that your reputation stays clean and your reputation stays at the forefront of what we do for you, a positive reputation. So we're going to make sure we're starting to do things and clean up things that may need cleaning up before they become an issue. Reactive, it's an issue. Now we have to play catch up and we have to get it done. So I don't know about you, but I would definitely prefer to be more proactive. Okay, our five-step action plan to helping you get through your um, social medias, your digital medias, to help you do better on the digital media reputation side. So first, you want to audit your presence, Google yourself, or just check your profiles. Consistency and authenticity, aligning your messages. So, like I said before, making sure everything across all platforms are consistently presented. Create valuable content, share your insights and your expertise. People want to hear from you. If you have something valuable to say, they're going to be interested, regardless if they like your post or not. The impressions, they're there, whether they scroll through, it popped up on their screen, they didn't read it or anything. It may just come back through and they see it a second time. It's like, oh, okay, let me see what this is. Create valuable content. Monitor mentions, get alerts, and track feedback. How many of you have alerts for yourself? So if something pops up or your business pops up, you get alerts, like Google alerts. Has anybody ever done that? Yep, yep. I have done it. Okay. Awesome. Well, we all know the stars do it, right? The famous people, they do it. So they have somebody monitoring those things. So when their name pops up, where it's something negative or positive, they can get ahead of it before the masses get a hold of it. So definitely it can be beneficial. Definitely your business, I would say put it out there because you just never know what may come up, and you're away doing other things. You're not really looking at your business. You're not on the website or anything like that, but your business pops up. It could be something great or not so great, but it's always good to kind of get a heads up before you actually have to confront what's going on. Respond thoughtfully. Like we all know, the keyboard warriors, they're out there, right? So it's definitely worth, taking a step back when you get those not so, great comments, or you have to reply to someone. So it's awesome. It's great to respond thoughtfully, or when you're commenting on other people's posts. So instead of just, oh, this is great, we could also go a little bit, we can elaborate, why is this great? So that actually helps. And that actually brings attention and draws attention to the comments. And maybe someone wants to follow you from seeing how thoughtful your commentary was in there. So that's actually another way that you can gain some eyes on your things that are going on in a digital space. And that's another way to build your reputation. Okay, so the challenge for you is to, when you get the opportunity later today, audit one profile today, one of your profiles, just one to start off with, right? And see if that is still in line with who you are as a person today, as a business today, as an employee today. Update one platform. And this is just baby steps, right? This is just something small just to see, because I will ensure that you all for attending today that you get a full checklist that you can actually go through to see how you're doing on the side of digital reputation. Start sharing insights. So you can try one platform or you can do all of them. It just depends on how much time you have in this moment that you're going to do it. And share some insights, something that you are an expert in that you would like to provide to someone else. And you know why we do this? Because your reputation matters. And so for me, if you need to contact me, you have any questions, comments, or anything, feel free to reach out. I'm always open to communicate and share insight into reputation management. I'm certified in that, and I really love doing that. And like I said, I will have a checklist provided to you all for attending so that you can gain an understanding of what can I do? I don't know where to start to actually see if I have the right content or I may miss something. So this is a very elaborate checklist that you can go through and decide, how am I doing on this side of the house, digital reputations. And so that is all I have for you today. And does anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you recommend, like, if your profile is on public on Facebook, would you recommend changing that?
Is it for your business or it's just something personal for you?
Well, I have a personal page, but I also have a business page.
Okay. So for my personal page, I have it private. It's like where I post my kids and things. It's really just for family because I'm military. I was military, so it was just catching up with friends and things of that nature. So I would keep that private because it's just for me. Not that I'm posting anything that I, don't want anybody to see like negative things, but it's more so it's just different, keeping my business separate from my personal life. So me, I keep my personal side private. So it's just if you don't mind people looking at what you have on your personal page, whether you're posting your friends, families, the things you do, you go to the beach, do you want that to be on your considered as something publicly available for people to look at? So that's another way to think about it.
And my understanding is that if you have a business page, the business page setting can be different than the personal setting.
Yes. Yes.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you. And thank you for yours. Reginald? Yes, sir.
Hi, Danielle. I do have at least one question.
Okay.
If someone's transitioning, as far as reputation management is concerned, in your opinion, what would be the top thing that they should be concerned with? Because I get this question a lot. I used to do executive recruitment, and of course, I
Mhm.
am more in the veteran advocacy space now. Just want to get your thoughts on this.
So if they're transitioning from their
Um,
previous role to a new role,
yes. Well, say that within a month of leaving the service,
okay, okay.
and they're about to re-enter the civilian sector.
Okay.
From a reputation management standpoint, what would be something that they need to be on the lookout for, or something that might be important to them?
Yes, so something that they should be on the lookout for if they are transitioning from service, kind of like myself, over into the public sector, they definitely should want to start building their reputation for that public sector. So that's one thing that they want to start doing. I know LinkedIn is offered, for a year for military members, so and their spouses. So I would say go ahead and start nourishing your LinkedIn and start transitioning and telling yourself of how you are wanting to be perceived, life after the military. So that's what I would recommend. So go ahead and start posturing yourself in that transition mode, which is kind of what I did. I started because I never even used LinkedIn until it was time for me to start thinking about, okay, I'm ready to retire. This is what I'm going to do. So the sooner people start, the better. I didn't start as soon as, some people can, but I think that's definitely to start, go ahead and getting your reputation on that civilian side of the house. Even the language is different. So tailoring that language, how you want to speak, like colleagues. I didn't say colleagues in the Air Force. I was like my coworker, my wingman, that type of stuff. So colleagues, and yeah, that's what I would recommend.
Thank you. Thank you for the great advice. Because I speak to a lot of people and I don't always know what to advise them, but I always think about that. But I do tell them the resume is their handshake, but their digital footprint means so much more. So that's kind of what
Absolutely.
I tell them. Thank you so much.
Good advice.
Hmm? The box is compromised. Yeah, I told you. You said
All right. Does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, I have one, Danielle.
Yes, ma'am.
By the way, thank you for your service. I also served in the Air Force, so we'll
Oh,
have
thank
to have
you.
a Zoom call at some time. And I was an intelligence person, so I'm sure we have a lot of common, experiences. Um, so I live near Austin, Texas. So I have not done this before, but should I consider some post in a different language, Spanish, and tailored to what folks, might appreciate having, posting in their home language? Do you think that's helpful? It shows that I care enough to put something out there that they can read and understand. I mean,
So, okay, great question, Donna. So, what I want to ask you, who is your target audience?
well, I work in the insurance and financial space, so I hope to get in front of families and people that are about to retire and help
Mm.
them with that kind of preparation.
So, you know what? Like on Facebook, you can write it in English or you can write it in another language, and they have the translation button, which is always awesome because I'm not fluent in anything else but English. So if I see any other language, I click translation. So that's definitely not a bad idea to do that, to reach the people that may not understand the English language.
Right.
So
Well, thank you. I appreciate
that
that
could
insight.
potentially get you more clients on that side of the house.
Well, that's what I'm thinking because I actually go to meetings where a lot of times some of the presentation may even be in Spanish, and
Mhm.
I certainly don't understand all my
Yeah.
Spanish. I should, but I can get a drift of it. So I thought maybe I should post in social media in that other language to help reach more people. I would hate that
So
my posts aren't reaching people just because they don't, read
yeah.
or understand English. So,
What
well,
I
thank you for
would,
that.
you're welcome. What
Go
I
ahead.
would look for, I know they do it on Instagram as well. That you just translate it, you just click the button that says translate. I really
Right.
like that option. So if there are options out there like that, that is better than if you just post it. If you don't have choice like LinkedIn, I have not seen anything like that on LinkedIn, but that doesn't mean it's not there. That doesn't mean it's not there. So I would inquire, and if you post on LinkedIn, to see if it's something available where you can just click and it changes the language, because that would be very beneficial as well.
Well, thanks. That's a good tip, and I'll try and research the ability to have the post automatically translated through whatever platform I'm on. So
Yep.
that's useful.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
again.
Donna.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
I don't know about everybody else, but I've learned a great deal from this afternoon. Thank you, Danielle, for sharing this wonderful presentation and providing a wealth of information that we all can use and we can take back to our companies, our businesses, and our organizations. So
Absolutely.
much appreciated. Thank you so very much. I'm interested in getting that checklist, by the way, because that will be something that I can use and I can advise other people to use
Yes.
to keep people on the right track as they're as they're building.
Yes.
It's better, as you stated in your presentation, it's better to be proactive in your digital footprint as opposed to having to be reactive.
Absolutely.
So you touched on a lot of great things when it comes to this, and I really hope, and well, I'm very confident this is stuff that I know people will use, and we thank you for being on here. Does anyone else have any more questions for Danielle? Anyone?
I think he was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You can stop sharing your screen and we'll
Yes,
come back
ma'am.
to Reginald. Yeah. Um, That's awesome. Yeah. And you got three lady vets, Donna Ford. You got Dr. Pinkins. And so,
Air
yeah,
Force,
yes,
Air
you know, a
Force.
lot of Air
Aim
Force.
high.
That's awesome. You know, because to find women and Air Force and veterans is a big deal. The Army is good too. So I just want to shout out to Sergeant. But it's not often that I get three lady vets on the same Zoom. So thank you for joining us.
Thank
Okay,
you.
over to you. To our
Awesome.
back to our moderator. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank
And
you so much,
Rita,
Elizabeth.
you're doing a great job too. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Trust me, I have family in all branches of service, so I guarantee you, I have the utmost respect for every branch in the military, and I thank all of you for what you do, your individual contributions, and what it has meant to this nation and what it means to your communities. So, grateful for that. So my brothers and sisters in arms, no matter what branch it may be, is great to serve this journey with you as a veteran on this side and helping communities as well. At this time, we'd like to take the time to give everybody an opportunity to just give a brief introduction of themselves and what they do. So feel free to go first. You've heard from me. You've heard from Danielle. We can everybody else in the group. They're welcome to go next.
I think we let Donna go first because everyone else
Sure.
has spoken, and then we'll come back and
Okay.
maybe do a breakout room or something interesting. Okay, here we go.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
Donna,
Awesome.
if
Great
you
job,
can
Danielle.
tell us,
Yeah.
and if y'all can come back in the evening, Donna Ford will be doing a presentation for us. So she'll tell you all about it. Let me stop recording.